What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy Money Mark, and we back again. Alright, back with another great episode of The Wrestling Gamer. Cause that's me, your boy Money Mark. Alright, so, alright. Now, like always, if you're new here to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. Don't miss the videos. I try to post new videos whenever I can. Alright, so let's, welcome to the show, and let's get right down to it. Intro, Sonic Boom. Alright, so, and we're back. Alright, so, on today's show, we are going to look at maybe kind of like a nostalgia kick, but also a way for the future. Alright, so, why don't we get right down to it? Alright, so, now me, growing up in the 80s and the most of the 90s, alright, I loved going to arcades. Okay, arcades were the norm. Arcades were just the classic in the early 90s, alright? Whether it was in the movie theater, or it was in the mall, or it was like a local standalone arcade, arcades were the jam. Alright, so I loved going to arcades. So, whenever, like I remember when my dad would come home from work, I would sneak into his room and pilfer his pocket change, but just the quarters, or just the quarters. Okay, I remember going to on the weekends, or even during after school, my mom would I would go in my dad's room and do the deed, you know, pilfer his pocket change, but just the quarters, and I would save up the quarters, so whenever my mom had to go to like Bradley's or any other places that had video games, because Target wasn't around. I mean, they were, but they weren't in New Jersey, and there was no Best Buy. There was no I mean, Pathmark didn't really have arcade games. ShopRite did, but that was kind of did. But Bradley's was the big thing that had the arcade machines. So whenever I would go to Bradley's, and I would love to play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game in Simpsons, I would love that. And it wasn't until like later when I started going on vacation, I would my dad's like, hey, you want some quarters? I'm like, yeah, I want some quarters. Let me get them. So we'd go to like either we'd go to Disney World, and there's an arcade there, or we'd drive up north to the Poconos. We had a campground up there with our trailer, and then we stopped at this one place called chain called James Way, and they had turtles there, and I loved playing it. Okay, every summer when we went up to the Poconos. Okay, but then, and you know, even at home playing as, and then I discovered, I was like, you know what, I would like the arcade experience at home. So imagine my surprise when they started having, you know, when Street Fighter came out for the home consoles. I would love to play this with a joystick. Okay, I call it joystick. I grew up calling it joystick. I know, I think in Japan they call it fight stick. They used to call it, or they call it fight stick now. I mean, that's a little translation, fight stick. I call it joystick. I've been calling it joystick since I was a kid. Then there's advanced joystick. So that's what I've been. That's what we're going to look at today. Joysticks. Okay, so we can replicate the arcade experience at home. Okay, now today arcades are a dying breed. All right, there's no more Bradley's. Target doesn't have arcade machines. Walmart doesn't have arcade machines. You'd be hard pressed to find an arcade machine at a supermarket. Even at video stores. Video stores was a popular thing, but now video stores are the norm. All right, now everything is online. You know, Netflix. All right, so arcades are a dying breed. There are a couple of standalone arcades, like there's one called 8 on the Break here in New Jersey. Very popular. It's still around. Used to be a pool hall, but now, hence the name 8 on the Break. But now it's an arcade. They have tournaments there. I've been there a couple of times. It's pretty cool. Shout out 8 on the Break. Free publicity for you guys. Free plugs. Alright. Come be a chat, boys. Okay. So, but now all the arcades closed down. The malls, arcades are closing down. Every arcade I knew in the mall closed down. And I'm really depressed. So, I think the one in Disney World is still there, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I haven't been to Disney World in a long time. But today we're going to look at we're going to look at 3 arcade sticks that will replicate my, I guess, closest to get to the arcade experience as possible. Now I know now they have the arcade 1-up series, alright, and I don't have any of those yet. I should have got them when they came out, but I didn't have enough money to get them. But we'll get it slowly. Slowly we'll get there. Maybe I'll find one, you know, somebody selling one, or I'll find one in a Walmart or something. So, so the first arcade stick we're going to look at today is the one that came out with Street Fighter 4. That came out for the 360 and the PS3, which also the game came out for. Now this is a wired one. All right. Now I also have, there was like a hardcore $180 Pro stick. All right, that came out, and I have it, but it's not here. It's in storage because I don't have any room, you know, over here in my house, because there's a lot of crap here. All right, but let's look at this one first. Okay, this was made by Street Fighter, of course, Capcom, but Mad Catz was a third-party maker. I think it's like the first third-party brand you trust after the first party. Okay, so there we go. Look at this. This is really dope. Like I said, it's wired. This one is for the PS3. Okay, so all the joysticks I'm going to show you today are for PS3 and 360. Okay, so the 3 I'm going to show you today. Now, look at what we have here. You got your joystick. All right, got the button. All right, it corresponds with, you know, actually this doesn't have it. You know, the X, Y, Z, you know, triangle. If you're on PlayStation, it's, you know, triangle, square, X, and circle. And for an Xbox, it's, you know, A, B, X, Y. But this is just a cool design for it. All right. Now, a couple differences are in the for 360, it has the 360 logo, the home button. Here it's PlayStation. Got your turbo. You know, right here, you lock it, unlock it, so you don't hit it by accident. Here we go, left stick, directional pad, you know, right stick. So there we go. Cool feature that I noticed about here is, you know how sometimes they have the select and start, you might hit it by accident if you're playing online. Well, the start and select buttons are over here, so you don't hit it by accident and pause your game. Okay, if you're online playing a tournament, you don't accidentally pause it. Because I know in some tournaments, if you pause the game, you're automatically disqualified. All right, so here we go. This one's pretty cool. Now this one, was it made? This one retailed for $60. Okay, and the hardcore one, which is made by Sanwa, which is the authentic Japanese arcade parts, the joystick and buttons that they used for the arcade machines over in Japan. Okay, so that was the authentic parts over here. This one I think is not. So it's a little less quality, but still very responsive. All right. Now, if I was a little more tech savvy, I would have demos of this, you know, for you guys. But hopefully, I'll, you know, learn some editing software down the line. All right. But so this bad boy right here on the bottom says Street Fighter 4. All right. Now there was different designs of this stick. All right. I got this one because it was a Ryu and Ken. They also had one, I think, was Crimson Viper, which was my favorite Street Fighter 4 character. Okay, because she got some dope moves, and she's also pretty hot. Second only to Cammy. All right, so there's different designs. I think there was 2 or 3 floating around. I had the Crimson Viper one somewhere around here, floating around here. This is the one I just got recently. All right, so this one is for the same, like I said, same version of this one was for the Xbox 360. Same thing, same color, same everything, same theme. All right, same everything. All right, so this one is wired. You can tell by the cord there for PS3. Got your USB cable. All right, so that one there. All right. Next one we're going to look at is another wired one. This one is for the Xbox 360. Now this one is the Tekken 6 edition joystick. All right. So now this one has Xbox buttons. So you see, you know, BA, left trigger, right trigger. See all the buttons right here. Alright, there's a Tekken 6 artwork right over there. Okay, so there we go. Alright, that's pretty cool. This one, I think this one, you could either buy this one separate, or I think this one was separate. I think this one came with the game. I think this one was separate. Okay, because the one that came with the game was the one we're going to look at next. Alright, so this one is Tekken 6. It's a wired one. Okay, you can tell it's 360 because of the gray cord. Okay, now this one I don't think was San Juan either. Alright, but I'll show you. Got the button up here. Alright, I think this was the Xbox Live button. I think this was the home button. Alright, so this was the back button. Okay, now I picked this one up. I think I also picked this one up on eBay, so it is a used one. Alright, so there you go. There's just the buttons there. These are the face buttons. So, and then these are like the left bumper, left trigger, right trigger. So these are face buttons. Okay, I mentioned before. Alright, Tekken 6 artwork, Tekken 6 characters. Alright, Heihachi, Kazuya, was that Leo? Yeah, Jin, Devil Jin, I think that's Devil Jin. Ling Xiaoyu, right over there, so somebody there. Mishima, Zaibatsu. Alright, yeah. So it's just different characters there with different artwork. Alright. So, like I said, very straightforward. I don't think it was. I think this one retailed for what was it? I think like 60, maybe 80. Okay, because Tekken 6 was getting more advanced. All right. So now you could use these for anything. Like you use this for Street Fighter. You can use Street Fighter for Tekken. It's a joystick. I don't think it's going to be like you put in Street Fighter and be like, hey, you know, Tekken joystick detected. Use Tekken joystick for Tekken games. You know, so I didn't know like that. Joystick is a joystick. Play with it. Better artwork. All right. So up. There we go. So that's this one, very wired one. All right, got your channels over there. I think for four players. You're on the first player channel, second, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there's that one. Okay, now the last one we're going to look at today is another one for another Tekken 6 edition one, more badass. Is a wireless one. Actually, no wire. Ooh. All right, and this one was a Tekken 6. Well, this one actually came with the game, Tekken 6 game of the bundle. All right, I have it's over here somewhere. I gotta dig it out. It's on a display, the box and everything. Came with the game. All right, once again, this one made by Ori instead of Mad Catz. Ori is another dope company. I think they're Japanese because they make a lot of cool stuff, you know, with it. But that's pretty dope. All right. So we have over here. This one is just the PS3 version. Select and start. I guess they didn't learn. They put the select and start back over here. So when you're playing it, let's see, when you're playing, be like, oh no, I hit select or start. You know, whatever. But yeah, just got the artwork over here. See, that's the Leo. I think his name is Leo. I haven't played Tekken in a while, but I think the guy's name is Leo. All right. Let's see here. We got Jin. That is Jin, Kazuya, Heihachi. All the bad guys over here. Maybe Leo's a good guy. I don't know. Now this is wireless, so you know you put the batteries in there. See the battery compartment. You get the batteries there. All right. But now one big difference about that I wasn't aware of. All right. If you're buying this brand new, you got nothing to worry about. But if you're buying it on the resale market on eBay or a garage sale, or at a flea market, you make sure that for the PlayStation version, that it comes with the receiver, the dongle, okay? Because for the PlayStation, you're gonna have no way to connect it without the dongle, okay? Not the case with the 360 version. The 360 version, there's a little button. You know how for 360 it has all the 360 controllers have a little sync button. Well, the 360 version of this joystick has a little sync button where you can just click the sync button over here. The home button is click the sync button, and it'll sync. It has a little button that says connect. So with that one, you didn't need the Bluetooth receiver slash dongle. All right, I didn't. I learned the hard way. Okay, I got one. I got one of these on eBay, the original one. Then I wanted a second one, because my brother, sometimes comes home and wants to play. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get another one. So I had mine with the dongle, and I got another one, and I was like, wait, where's the receiver? Where's the dongle? I'm like, how am I gonna plug this in? And I was like, oh crap, so won't be able to use it. All right, so I mean, I am on the hunt for just a regular dongle, maybe Radio Shack or something. I'll find like an extra, but the one piece of obscure crap I need somebody to sell on eBay or need to find somewhere at a hobby shop or electronics store, nobody sells. So woe is me, right? But yeah, so just make sure if you're buying this one, you're buying the PlayStation version of this joystick, make sure you have, it comes with the Bluetooth receiver dongle for PlayStation 3. All right, so that's that one. All right, now really quick, I wasn't gonna go on this one, but hey, I'm gonna call it audible. I'm gonna have a bonus for you guys. Okay, now this one right here is the this one is a Neo Geo fighting stick from back in the day. All right, so this one right here is a fighting stick Neo 2. Now Neo Geo stuff is still pretty hard to find. All right, all these years later, the system retail for like $800. All right, so finding a system is pretty much kind of hard, also hard as well. Now this is what the bad boy looks like right over here. All right, now this one is only for, I guess, obviously Neo Geo. Neo Geo had mostly the fighting games. All right, so also made by Hori, because Hori got them dope controllers. Okay, wired. Okay, plug. Neo Geo plug. All right. 4 face buttons. The 4 button that Neo Geo used. All right, classic like the arcade. All right, so you play all your classic games in true arcade fashion. Metal Slug, Samurai Showdown, Capcom vs. SNK, SVC Chaos. All right, any other Neo Geo games that you want. All right, so there we go. All right, these in the resale market still pretty hard to find, like I mentioned, because Neo Geo holds a value like this. I think this one, I've seen these. I don't know. My brother got this one. I don't know how much he paid for it. Maybe $150, $100. I don't know, but they're still up there in price. All right. So here we go. All right. So, well, that is it. All right. So thank you for. All right. So that is it. All right. So we have got some joysticks over here. All right. So Street Fighter 1, but this is definitely my favorite though. This one right here, definitely my favorite. All right. So, but yeah, I do believe that is it. All right. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Comment what's your favorite joystick, favorite fighting series, favorite fighting game. Okay. Whatever. All right. Stay safe out there, you guys. We'll see you guys in the next edition of the Wrestling Gamer, and I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.